guys, welcome back to Focused Warrior Podcast. That is John. This is Aaron. How are you all doing? Well, as you all know, that we just get down and we have a conversation about stuff. We don't normally have an agenda. We just have a conversation about what's on our mind, what's in the world today, how we can navigate, what we can do. And John, also what I want to bring up is amazing reel that you shared yesterday, and happy 4th of July to all my American bros and bro sisters. But yes, you shared a pretty incredible and heart-wrenching. It was definitely heart-wrenching, and it was a warm reel in celebration of your boy. Tell me about how that day went for you, man.
4th of July morning of, my wife and I decided to get up. We had some unfinished business at the site. We had went the weekend prior, and the tools that we took, we definitely charged them all up, but some of them just decided to take a dump on us last minute, so we didn't get to finish up. So what we said was we were going to go 4th of July morning early when we got up and around, and dude, it was so freaking what's the right therapeutic is the right word, bro.
Mm,
There's something about it, man. And anybody that has either a similar story to mine or knows about keeping up a site, I know a few people that do. And brother, there's something about it, man. And I haven't really done it until more recently. My wife was kind of just doing it, by herself. She just would go. She'd stop after work. She would just do it and just say, come home and say, hey, I went and put some flowers at the site, or I did, certain things. Well, bro, yesterday and then the last couple of times we've been together,
mm.
it's something I don't even know how to describe it, Aaron. There's some sort of connection. Obviously, there's connection, the bond between us, right, that we share as parents
Mm.
with Jaden, right? But something about it, man, that is just so good. I sat there cutting, weeds, pulling weeds, cleaning it up, pulling trash up, and you're drenched in sweat because it's already hot. And dude, you just don't care. Aaron, there is just, it is mind blowing, dude. And when I was done, I was so proud of it.
Mm.
And she was so proud of it. I was like, I got to take a video of this. I got to show people what we're doing here because it's so good, Aaron. And that's our thing now, man. We actually drove away and she goes, I'm really glad that we're doing this together.
Yeah.
It's yet another layer of actually connecting and reconnecting with the person that I've been married to for 18 years.
I
Dude,
actually,
how do you even, you know what I mean? How do you even put that in words?
you can't.
How cool that is. How freaking cool that is, bro.
Yeah, look, there's nothing to explain that. The only thing that comes to mind for the two of you is that there's a reconnection in shared grief, and again, there's no way you can describe that because there's a commonality there. And look, guys, go back over the last 100 episode because there were conversations in there that John was having in regards to the separation that you and your wife were experiencing because you were grieving in completely different ways. So to come together in a shared grief, that's a beautiful thing. But guys, I also want you to go in and check it out. I want you to go in, have a look at John's TikTok. It's on TikTok. It's on your social media. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
let everyone know where they can have a look because the one thing I saw from that is like there's this massive sign, there's flowers and there's messages. It's massive, like on a scale that I've never seen before. Like we generally have a couple of crosses and flowers on the side of the roads here in Australia, but nothing on that scale. I think it's absolutely beautiful. That's what you guys have done, and it's etched in history. The thing is that it's always going to be a thing for you guys, which I think is just incredible. Um, and I think more people should do what you're doing. Go to a place where they and I guess it's a continued grief if that would be how you would explain it, but in a celebration of grief, is that kind of what it is for you guys at the moment?
100%, dude. And you know, it's still hard. We got so many people, Aaron, stopping, flipping around, coming because it's by a park, right? So you
Mm,
can park in the parking lot of the actual park itself. And people were flipping around, dude, and running up to us and just asking. You wouldn't believe it, Aaron. People are just so intrigued. Like you just said, Aaron, for me, this is every day, right?
mm.
But when you see it, you go, I've never seen anything like this
Yeah,
before.
it's
For me, this is
amazing.
normal. This is going, how can I honor my boy where every single passing person that sees it immediately has some sort of connection and goes, I want to meet those people.
Yep.
I want to know what this kid was like. I want to know which one of those kids were theirs. And dude, it's amazing. That's why I had to put, if you guys, again, it's on TikTok, it's on Facebook, it's on my Instagram.
What
And
I'm going to add it in. So you guys on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. So it's following after this.
yep, yep, exactly. And so here's the thing, man. I will tell you, Aaron, I had to shout out the people that were stopping because this one lady, man, was a mom herself. And she said, what you guys are doing is teaching parents
Mm,
how to love their children while they're here, and also being able to be strong enough to do what you do out here every day because it's just an intriguing thing. And dude, how does that not bring a tear to your eye, man? When we're sitting there and we're just like I said, drenched in sweat and we're doing our thing, right? And it's like people are going, I just want to meet you. I want to know who you are. I want to actually connect with you. I want to learn the story if you're up for it. And the thing is, brother, is that I told you we're actually very well connected with the homeowner where it happened, and she's a very big part of our family now too. She came out that day and shared some things, and of course we asked, right? It wasn't just unsolicited, but
mm.
she asked us if we wanted to know about that day and what she saw from her vantage point, how she saw Mandy arrive, how she saw me arrive, dude,
Uh,
it's so therapeutic, Aaron. And this is the thing, brother. I'm going to tell you,
oh,
man, I wasn't
wow.
ready for that 6 months ago, 8 months ago, 15 months ago, right? I wasn't ready for all of that. I was ready for part of it. I got bits and pieces of it, but the stuff she shared, I mean, instantly, man, you're just like, holy fuck, that day, damn, it's next level, but it's also what's needed in the moment to go, you know what? We've actually come a long way
Mm, mm.
since that day. And it's like every day it hurts, every day it sucks, every day it's a pain in the ass, but we've somehow, some way. And I'm going to say this too, Aaron, since I'm talking about it, and this is right top of my head here. When you start to reconnect, like I have, like we have, you stop looking for it outside. And I don't mean attention. I don't mean anything like that, man. But I'm going to tell you this, my grief share group is forever. Like I have to always go there. Those are people there. But you know what the most powerful part of that, man, is that I can actually come home and I can express myself where I could never do that before. It was always too
Cool.
rocky. It was always too scary.
Powerful.
Now that I can do that, you go, okay, well, you know what? When I go to my grief share, I take a little bit more power with me.
Hmm.
Whereas before it was vulnerability and it was scary and I didn't know how people were going to think about me and what I was going to do, what I was going to say. And now it's like all of a sudden when your home front is strong, when you're going out with the message, man.
Yep.
It's a strong, powerful message, and you're able to actually hear people bawling their eyes out, and you're sitting there sympathizing with them, but you're also not losing it.
Yep.
You're absorbing and going, you know what? Wow, that's so powerful that you shared that. You're not giving advice, right? We're not doing that. It's not what we do, but we listen
Mm.
and without losing our shit and putting ourselves in their shoes. Man, bro, this week, man, it was so damn cool. Let me just say that, brother. So damn cool.
I saw. I saw. And yeah, when all of a sudden you start having that support around the people, well, support from the people that you just want the support from, there's A, you don't feed into the rejection side of it, and B, you're right, it does empower you to understand other people a little more because you've got someone around you that's beginning to understand you, beginning to see who you are in your true light, and that empowers a man. Like we go through or we now attack the day like we're not alone. And most men do go through the day like that alone, that no one understands them, that they can't express themselves. So I that's a lesson for a lot of men. It's like persistence. Just keep going. Don't lose who you are. Don't try and pretend to be someone that you're not. Just you will find a way. And John was I wouldn't even say engrossing himself, but what he was doing is he was making sure that he was working on himself. And that's the most important thing.
Every
First
day.
and first and foremost, you work on you because if you're working on you, other people will start to see what changes you're making within yourself, and then they'll start to come around. And you know what? The support that you're getting with the people around you, and the most important support from your beautiful wife, Mandy. Awesome. Fucking beautiful, brother.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. And 100% just like what you said, I think that it all starts with the foundation. And for me, it's been every single day since that day, working on myself, figuring it out, reading, different ways, understanding perspective, understanding just all kinds of different things about myself and how I needed to get rid of that guy as well.
Mm,
Certain amounts of parts of that guy needed to go, man. And I just,
absolutely.
as long as I held on to that, it was going to be rocky. And the second I'm telling you, man, this power of letting go thing is insane. I haven't even read that book. That's actually on my list next to read.
Good.
But this letting go thing, man, it's so good because I feel like I've cleared out a lot of that noise that would cloud my judgment. So, dude, that's it was good, man. And I'm so proud that it did as good as it did. It had nothing to do with the followers or the likes or any of that. It had nothing. I posted it and walked away, man. Didn't care because I was like, this is me. This is for me.
Mm, mm.
But the amount of love and support and shares and follows and everything that came along with it, man, tells me other people felt it. And that's all I
Truth.
wanted. That's
Truth.
all I wanted, dude.
100% truth. So with that, that's definitely the pinnacle of your week. Um, like how's everything else going? Bro, didn't even ask yet. How the fuck are you? Like obviously after all of that, and last week was a really powerful podcast as well. Obviously you went to the mountains a few weeks ago and there was an epiphany, there was a revelation, there was a message that came to you knowing that you had to act on it. Like how's it been for you over these last few weeks? Because here's the thing, and I've known you for, shit, 2.5 years now. The You're a high achiever. You ask so much of yourself. And we all do it, but I also see this in you. There's an element of self-sabotage, but there's also an element, and hey, I'm telling you as a brother, I'm telling you that I love you, man. There's an element of the external gratification. Now, I'm saying that because you're mirroring me. Let's put that out there. So with all of that, and with a message coming to you to just fucking let go. Like, how has these last couple of weeks been? A, on a physical front, and B, like your emotional and mental state. Like, how's these last few weeks been?
How they've been, bro, short answer is less chaos, less crazy mind, less worrying about the future. I've taken out a lot of the fillers, man. And I started going like this, whatever decision you make, you stick with that decision. You go with that, right? And the thing is, man, is that I want to read something that I wrote back in February out of my journal. And this is such a good way to put it, man. It goes right in line with what we're talking about because you're asking me how I'm doing.
Mm.
And back in February of this year, I had this quote, and I can't remember where I got it from. I just wrote it in my book because anytime I get those gold nuggets, I put them in. Then my quote says, "You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain." I'm telling you like this, Aaron, this is the thing, man. How I've looked at more recently is I was the villain of my story.
Mm,
I chose the dark side for whatever reason, man. And what I mean by that is I was doing all these things, but I was the fucking villain. I was high achieving in the gym, but I was the villain, meaning the workout was just the workout was just the workout. Didn't really care, didn't really, oh, the results, I just didn't care about the gym. I went for my mental state,
mm.
had no, and meanwhile, the villain part was going, but you're not fucking getting strong. The villain part was going, your legs aren't getting fucking big. You're not lifting enough weight. You're not this, you're not that. You're saying you're going to the gym. That's great. Yes, you are. But the villain was kicking my ass, dude. That's what I literally was dealing with that. And you know what ended up happening? Those that have been following the pod for a while now, last couple episodes, I told you I hurt my back. Why do you think I fucking hurt my back? Zero focus.
Mm, mm.
Zero focus, brother. So I was playing the villain in my story,
It was a really,
and it was ugly. I didn't like it. I hated it because and I'm talking about everything, Aaron. I'm talking about food. I'm talking about relationship. And again, my relationship was getting better, but meanwhile, I was going like this. Well, until when though? When is it going to change? When is this
oh,
going to happen?
yep.
I was the fucking villain. I
Was that,
was the villain of every part of the story instead of embracing it up until the mountains. The mountains, the villain got killed off.
now, so
Simple as that, brother.
being out in nature, being out in nature, no distractions, making sure that there's just greenery around you, fresh air, calm, peace. A message came to you and you listened. Hey, and you know what? People that are listening to this, you can take it as a faith thing. And great, I want you to take it as a faith thing because I think a lot more people need to embrace source, faith, God, whatever you want to call it, and tune into yourself a little bit more. Now, I was really interested to find out like where your angle was going to come between, obviously the hero or the villain. So you're talking more of the internal dialogue on all of that. You're not necessarily talking. Okay. So right, was that an element of self-sabotage every single fucking time? Bro, why do we fucking do that, eh? Why the fuck do we constantly do that to ourselves? Is this because you're such a high achiever because you're wanting so much out of life? Well, what do you think it is?
You know what I think for me, Aaron? I can't speak for everybody, but I think for me it was a level of information overload because every time I open my social media, I follow high achievers.
Mm,
Every high achiever was, you need to fucking do this, you need to do that, and you need to also do this, and you need to go here, and you need to do that. And if you're not doing this right, then you're not doing that right. And dude, I was just so overloaded that I was like, I am losing in every part of this. I'm trying my best to be the most high achieving man, and I'm getting my butt kicked. My content's not posting right. Oh, I'm not getting enough likes. Oh, I'm not getting skinny. I'm not this. Dude, I'm telling you that self-sabotage comes in. But it's so crazy, Aaron. This is how I know it was powerful. They were meeting like this though. They were meeting in the middle. So you see my background, how it's got dark and light?
yep.
They were meeting in the middle and they were fighting. So, dude, I would say I'm so proud of you because I would do something that it was outside of my comfort zone, meaning I would, like the mountain trip, or, for example, and people could fill me on this, right? You pay a bill on time and you're like, damn, I'm proud of you. You haven't done that in a while. You know what I mean? Like, dude,
Yep.
and I'm not calling myself out. I've done this shit for a while where I've been in survival mode. All of us, you guys could fill me. And if you can't, hey, good for you. You're better than with your money than I am. But I've struggled. And because of that, I've robbed Peter to pay Paul. I've done all the things to just survive. And I found myself in such a survival mode that I was just like, I'll wait till next week to pay that. I'll do this, I'll do that. And the next thing I know, everything is falling on top of me. Well, when I started climbing out, started getting a rhythm, started actually paying stuff on time, little wins, start stacking them. So all of a sudden I'd go, man, you did that so good. Man, we're doing really good. And then all of a sudden the sabotage would come in and then they would fight. They were, like I said, they would meet in the middle and them two would fight. Whereas before the self sabotage would just take over. And dude, I'd pretty much be just a depressed freak for the rest of the
Yep.
night.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. I kept
I can
digging
hear you.
myself out, digging myself out. You know what I mean? And that's, dude, no different than the mountains, man. The challenges we had going up there, I could have easily been like, fuck this trip.
Mm,
I'm
mm.
done. I don't even want to be here. And I didn't do that. That's how I know I truly grew both in that weekend and coming back from that, realizing that a switch has turned on.
You know, it's actually really amazing that you said that you didn't want to go. You could have made all the fucking excuses in the world not to go. And look at the beauty, look at the magic that that happened after all of that. And I think this is also another really big lesson for a lot of people is that, you know, there's always something that will come to you. There's an idea that will come to you. There's a message that will come to you to do something. And what do we always do? We always, it's not important. Again, priority thing. It's always not important. We're going to, throw it in the background. It's okay. We've got time. And if you do that with your bills, what place does it put you in? Because hey, man, I'm talking from me as well. And again, this is a personal opinion. I don't know what other people's money habits are like, and what their relationship with money is. But what I'll do is I know I've got money there, but I'll delay as long as I possibly can to pay what needs to be paid straight away because of the scarcity mindset that I'm in. Yet,
Scarcity
you
mindset.
know what? Yet at the end of the day, just fucking pay it because, bro, at the end of the day, it's like you're going to be in the same situation, whether it be now or in 7 days' time. Just fucking do it. So I hear where you're coming
It's
from, man.
true.
Yeah,
It's
I hear where you're coming from when it comes to that. Like, again, is this like? And I'm not putting it out there for everyone. This is like not everyone's opinion. This is our opinion. So I want to ask you, bro, like when it comes to money, we both have this fucking shitty relationship with money. Let's be real. So at the moment now that you're going pay fuck it, just fucking pay the bill now, just get it done. Like, what's your relationship with money now, and what's your process or your thought about it all now compared to where it was, say 2 months ago?
I love that you brought this. I love that you brought this up, Aaron, because this is what it is, man. Is for me now, I've stacked enough small wins with money that I feel like it's changed my relationship with money now.
Mm.
Because to your
Small
point now,
wins.
instead of saying, "Oh, I'll pay it next week. I'll do this. I'll do this," right? I start formulating this plan of putting it down on paper, right? And meaning in my case, I have like a spreadsheet now. Never actually carried one for a long, long time. And yeah, it's a little old school, and I'm sure there's a lot of automated shit you can use now. But bro, for me, it's I gotta touch it.
Mm.
I've got to see it. I've got to actually watch it. I've got to do all the things, right? And that's built my relationship with money in a positive way. And, again, of course, having a good partner in place as well. My wife, she's awesome as well. And being able to be vulnerable with money to her has been really good because now we're actually a unit and saying, man, we're proud. We've done really good so far. So since we've done that, it's like, man, I want more of that. I want more good with money than going, oh, see, you messed up again. You waited 30 days and it was due on the 31st day and you waited till then. Now you paid it late and you're this. It's the same thing, Aaron. The villain. The villain with money, like I told you, the villain with health, everything.
Mm.
The villain with money, pushing him off as well, getting him out of here because he's got no place here as well, man. So my relationship is a lot better, man. I'm actually rereading a book that I was reading before on money just to get the simple things, man, and burned into my brain so that I don't think of it as a bad thing, bro. Because to your point, man, it's really easy to be mad at rich people and you realize they're probably the nicest people, but we see them as different. And you know where that comes from, bro? And I'll be quite honest with me, comes from my pops, my dad. My dad was that same
Yep.
way. He called them rich yuppies. All the yuppies live. All the yuppies live in this area. All the yuppies live in that area. I got that from him, man. So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, rich people are jackasses. They're not. It's just that was his relationship with money. Therefore, that translated on to me. So I thought the same thing. I had to throw all that out the window, man. And for me, I had to get back to. I don't blame him for that.
Mm.
It's just the environment I grew up in. So that's all I knew. So I didn't
Same.
realize it could be different.
I was exactly the same. My dad always used to say, money is the root of all evil. And the only reason why he said that, knowing it now, the only reason he said that is because every time my mum and dad had a loud conversation or an argument, it was always around money. And the thing is, though, my dad was a gambler. And this is actually really important because there's a lot of females out there that are really smart with money. But I also know a lot of females that have a toxic relationship with money as well. Yeah, and look, my dad, same thing. Money doesn't grow on trees. You know, what do we think we are? We think we're made of money. It's like can't afford it. Like I heard all of that stuff, all of that stuff. So as a kid, if that's all you hear, you kind of brought up. You know, you live that mentality. But at the same time, if you're looking at it from a spiritual perspective, money is energy. And we need to treat it like as if we're in a relationship. And treat it like a relationship. We need to love money because at the end of the day, if you don't love money and if you don't have money, what kind of life are you going to be living? We want to live the most abundant,
Mm.
most freedom, I guess freedom approach, freedom loving life that we can possibly have. And if you don't have the money, then you're not going to be able to fulfill that. And if you're not going to fulfill that, then that's just a absolute ripple effect into other areas of your life that will just all of a sudden start to turn into shit. So what I'm doing, and same as you, practicing, making sure and embracing the money, the whole manifestation intention thing, which I think actually works, and it's having a great relationship with money. Bob Proctor is a great one to listen to when it comes to money magnetism or the attraction of money. And this is the other thing that I kind of want to touch on a little bit. It's not a lot of politics, but what we always tend to do is we tend to always look, especially if you're in a 9 to 5 job. Hey man, I've been in a 9 to 5 job. We hope and we pray that there's either going to be overtime or we're going to get a pay rise in the hope that we're going to get more money to have a better life. Whereas, and never got taught through school how to, uh, we never got taught how to look after our money. We never got taught how to invest our money. We never got taught that if you want more money, go out and start a business. And the amount of opportunities that are out there now in regards to starting businesses, there's a lot of ways that we can actually make more money. Network marketing being one of the biggest industries in the world. Talking about network marketing, just very quickly, Live Good. Do you hear about them?
No.
Live Good apparently are going under. There's a rumor that they are about to collapse.
Okay, I don't even know who they are, bro.
Live Good is a health supplement company that's a network marketing company. They said that they have their own formulated products, but apparently they were white label products. So they're using someone else's products, and selling them as, and they've just been caught out. So this is the thing. It's like, and another lesson that we can all take away is that if you're going to lie to people at some point, you're going to get caught out and you can't continue to live a lie. So if you're
Mm.
going to continue to live a lie, at some point you're going to get caught out, and when you get caught out, then you're going to be absolutely humiliated. So that's life good, live good. Sorry, just about on collapse, but it shouldn't take away or it shouldn't tarnish network marketing. Network marketing has produced more millionaires than any other industry in the world. So when you kind of look at it from that perspective, and you have a look at what that can do and how that can prosper your life. So I absolutely look at it as a as an opportunity. But there are some people, the entrepreneurs, that want to go out, build a business, a brick and mortar business, and they want to do it that way. Hey man, whatever you feel you need to do, I believe that the only way that you can get freedom is that you can't get it through a paycheck. You can't get it through trading time for money. You need to look at what you can do and how you can pretty much make your life as prosperous as possible. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of bring, touch that in there is that we all have the ability. We all have the ability to do and make money and have the most incredible life. Um, all you need to do is you just need to have a look at the lessons that life will throw at you. Sometimes we pay attention, sometimes we see it, but we ignore it. But in your case, in the last 3 weeks, what you've done is you've embraced it and how fucking hard, and we talked about it last week, how hard it is as a man to let go because we love the control. We're the control freaks, and on top of that, you're a high achiever as well. So yeah, man. So one thing, one thing moving forward, like we talked obviously what's happened in the last couple of weeks. So how does how does these next 6 months look for you?
I'm so hungry right now. I think I'm more hungry than ever to really build and scale and just get to the next level. And what I mean by the next level is, you know, starting from where I started this year till now, mindset wise, sharp. Okay. Check that one off the list. That one's good now. Now it's okay. Now that my mind is clear, now that I've got some breakthrough at home, now that I've got a good solid foundation, what's next? It's always that what next mentality, right?
Mm.
Not in the sense of, and I did a reel about this today as well, about chaos. Because, dude, there's a difference, Aaron. We could live in so much chaos and be like, I need to do this, I need to do that. If I'm sitting on my ass, why am I sitting on my ass? Oh my God, I can't even relax because I got all these things to do. No, it's all calculated for me now, Aaron. Everything's calculated. Okay, what is going to explode my business? What do I need to do? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm not going to break down the plan here. It's not what we're doing.
No.
But what I'm saying is now I have a plan. I have a plan. I didn't before, right? I kind of just was hoping that throwing some darts at the dartboard, something would stick.
Mm.
Now I have a formulated plan. My calendar now is my friend, where it wasn't before. Now I'm speaking to AI and saying, fill in this gap. I want this gap filled in. I want this filled in. I want this filled in. I want to be busy. And not busy doesn't equal, sales, but what it does is it moves the needle. It moves me closer one day at a time, right? And that's what I'm saying, Aaron, about being so about focus, about letting go. Because me thinking about December 31st, it's not happening, brother. It's not happening. What the next 6 months look like? Hell yeah, that's mattered because I have to formulate that plan every day. I have to make that happen every day. But instead of me going by this date, I want to have this. And I've heard a lot of people do this and actually manifest it, and I think that's dope. But my thing is that if I start doing that, I get overwhelmed in the sense of self-sabotage, fear, frustration, anger. It's the old guy, right?
Mm.
Guy doesn't exist anymore. But I don't have control over what happens in September. What I have control over is right now. If I want to get some good results in September, I got to do that today, not in September, right? It's no different, dude. I mean, anything else, like I have an event that I'm doing in August that I'm going for that I want to be absolutely suited and booted, dressed to the nine. So guess what I did, bro? This is another
You.
part of that money part. I said, instead of waiting till August 15th, 3 days before I'm supposed to fly out and go and get some suits, why don't we start piecing some stuff together right now? Why don't we start with the shirts? Why don't we start with the socks? Why don't we start with the slacks? Why don't we, dude, working it out slowly. So by the time we get there, guess what? We're just throwing it in the suitcase and it's ready to go.
You got a plan.
Telling you, man, it's
Dude.
all that. That's just it, man. Is that we all think we just can go, oh yeah, I'll wait, and then pretty soon, they're telling you,
Chaos.
oh, it has to get shipped away for Taylor for
Mm.
2 weeks. That's not going to work. And then guess what? You're in a fight or flight situation.
Yep.
We can't operate like that, man. So I'm learning all this stuff, Aaron, and it's all part of what this next 6 months looks like, man.
Great. And I think people need to jump on it. As a reminder, we do have the mind and muscle movement that John and I are doing together. Hey, reach out. Put a comment under this YouTube. Put a comment under our Spotify. Put a comment under here, or even reach out to either John and I on socials. We'll talk you all through it. 97 US dollars per month, and you get both myself and John over 40 years experience in both coaching and in health and fitness. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And the great thing is that what we are doing is we're building a community because we have learned. John has said it right through this entire podcast. I've said it, I don't know how many times through the podcast that we've done. You can't do this alone. You can try, but you're going to get lost in your own mind. So, as a close, John, what's one piece of advice that people need to, let's not even say need, what's one piece of advice that can help people, A, begin to let go, and B, start the journey to prosperity, abundance, and being able to create a life that they deserve?
Oof, oof, man. Here's what I will say about letting go. Stop controlling the day.
Hmm.
I don't mean not have a plan. I don't mean not to have all your 10 things that you need to get done. not written down, ready to go. I mean, stop controlling the day. Example, you get cut off in traffic. Clearly that guy wanted me.
Fucking
He was, you know
asshole.
what? He's doing this shit on purpose. That's controlling the day. It starts raining. Oh my gosh. So pissed off right now. This totally ruins my barbecue plans. Probably. But can you control that? Is that going to ruin you? I'm using these examples, Aaron, just because this is what's helped me. Now, when I get cut off in traffic, yeah, does it irk me? For seconds, and then I'm done. And I'm going to give you this too. If you can't do that, if you just absolutely are just like, I want to go stab that guy as soon as he cut me off, here's what I learned, Aaron. This is so good, man. So, so good. Heard this today. If you're broke or you're not where you want to be, you can't afford to listen to music. Put on a podcast, put on something in your vehicle to learn, to grow, to get better. Because the
Great.
only way that you can let go of
Hmm.
the old you is to educate the new you so that you can leave the old new away. Right? Bottom line,
Yeah.
dude, we cannot afford to have all this instant dopamine hitting in our brain because we want to listen to our favorite band. No,
Oh,
dude, get you a freaking podcast. And you know what that'll do, Aaron? It takes the brain away from the traffic and that guy that cuts you off, and it gets you more focused in on what you're listening to. And guess what? You're going to hear some stuff in there, just like I did. Damn, if I wasn't listening to this right now, I'd be pissed off in traffic. But I'm not. I could care less. I use that as a rolling school.
mm,
When I jump in my truck and I take off, dude, the podcast goes on, and guess what? I'm educating myself. And if I heard something in there, I find where it's at in the audiobook, and I re-listen to it and I write it down just to be able to deliver it, bro. Constant, man. You got to educate yourself. So I know I went a little bit long-winded, but that's what I was saying, man. Art of letting go. If you want to, you have to be able to be ready to change this and let go of the person that was because they no longer serve you.
amen, brother. Perfect segue. Perfect segue to this, guys. We're over 100. That's 101 episodes as of today. Thank you very much for joining. And hey, reach out, give us a comment, give us a share. Let us know how we're going. And hey, if there's anything that you want us to have a chat about, let's have that chat. But John, appreciate you as always, brother. Love you, my man. Stood.
Love you too, Stud. Appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. Can't wait to hear from you. Definitely getting better with these every single week. So until next week, thank you guys.
Take care, guys.